Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're just going to cover how to create alerts within ThinkorSwim. And we're going to create a few different type of alerts. Some simple ones based off of just like stock price, send me an alert when American Airlines is above or below a certain price. We're also going to create some portfolio alerts, so send us a message when our account falls below a certain percentage or if there's news about a company that we're watching. And then we're going to move on to more advanced alerts, things like send me a text when American Airlines is oversold on the RSI or the 50-day simple moving average has crossed the 200-day moving average. Now, before we move on to that, please go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you like it so far. I will be continuing with these ThinkorSwim videos, but here shortly I will be doing a portfolio review and going over my personal investments. Now let's go ahead and jump right into it, and the first thing we need to do is make sure that we actually have our notifications set up correctly. Now if we don't do anything, the only type of alert notification we're going to get is maybe a push notification to our cell phone if we have ThinkorSwim downloaded, or it'll give us like a little ding and a little flash in the upper left-hand corner for a couple of seconds. So we definitely want to make sure we have notifications set up the correct way. So we're going to come up here to the setup button in the top right-hand corner. From there, we're going to click on application settings. We're going to come up here to notifications. And up here at the top, we can either enter in our email address or add our cell phone number. So it's pretty straightforward. Add your email, hit get confirmation code. You'll get an email in a couple seconds. Throw that back in here and you're good to go. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to come down to alert is triggered in this sub column down here. Once you click on it, you're going to just make sure that you've got this check marked where it says send SMS during US market hours if you wanted to get a text message, or obviously send email if you want to get an email. Now that we've got that out of the way, we'll go ahead and cancel out of that, and we'll go ahead and create an alert. Now, you can do it a lot of different ways. Just pull up the chart of the stock we're going to put the alert on. So in this case, we've got American Airlines pulled up, and go ahead and right click anywhere on the chart. From there, we're going to go to the bottom of the screen and click on Create Alert. Next, it's going to bring up the Create Alert submenu. From here, we can create very simple alerts. Right now, we're saying send us an alert when the mark is at or above $23.10. So in this alert, it would only send us a text message if American Airlines goes above 23.10. We could change this to at or below, and we could say, hey, send us an alert when it goes below 15, for example. And that's it. We would just go ahead and hit create. So you can see creating alerts based off of stock price is relatively easy. So let's move on to portfolio alerts. Pretty much the same thing. We're going to right click on our screen, go down to create alert. But this time we're going to come up to the top where it says price condition. We're going to go ahead and click on that. In this case, we're going to go down to portfolio metric. From there, we're going to change our metric, in this case, from netlick day change. We're going to go to netlick, and we're going to say, send us a message when our account crosses below, or hopefully if ever, hopefully it never happens in this case, but it goes below $100,000. And we'll go ahead and hit create. And now I'm going to get a push notification to my cell phone if this particular account ever falls below $100,000. Now, if we look at that screen again, we go to create alert, we come back up to price condition. You can see there are other metrics. So that could be calendar event. And from there, we can see we can get alerts based off dividends, earnings, account day events, splits, that kind of stuff. Or we could come up here to news, and we could get an alert anytime there's a recent news article that comes out on the company we want to keep track of. Again, it's not too difficult, but you're going to have to go through these yourself and find those things that you want to get alerts for, and then go ahead and set it up. Now, let's go ahead and cancel out of this and create a more complex alert. We want to get a message if American Airlines ever crosses below 30 on the RSI. So just like always, we're going to right click on our chart, come down to create alert. Instead of leaving this price as mark, we're going to come down and go to study and go to edit. From there, we're going to go ahead and delete whatever the default is, in this case, simple moving average. We're going to come over to add a condition. From there, we're going to come up here to the top, say select a condition. In our case, this is a study. We're going to search for RSI. We're going to go ahead and click on RSI. We're going to say is less than, because we said if it was oversold on the RSI, so less than 30. We're going to select value, and we're going to change this to 30 right here. Once done with that, we're going to go ahead and hit save. We're going to hit OK and hit create. And there we go. We just created an alert so that if American Airlines ever crosses below 30 on the RSI, we'll get an alert to our phone. Now we'll go ahead and do one more. Again, not too tricky. We're going to get an alert if the 50-day simple moving average ever crosses below the 200-day simple moving average. So go ahead and right click on the screen again, create an alert, change this from mark to study, edit one more time, delete whatever is currently in there, add a condition, select a condition. We're going to go to study again. This time we're going to look up simple moving average, and we want an alert if the 50-day were to cross below the 200-day simple moving average. So we'll come up here to study again, find the simple moving average, and we'll go ahead and adjust that to 200. We will hit save. And we want to make sure that we're on the daily chart. I don't think I mentioned that before on the RSI, but right now we're looking at a daily chart. If we wanted that crossover to alert us on a 1 minute chart, a 5 minute chart, 10 minute, this is where we could adjust it. But in our case, we want to leave it on D for day. We'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll click on create. So now we set that alert up on our phone. So if the 50-day simple moving average ever crosses below the 200-day simple moving average, we will get an alert to our phone. Now, if you wanted to see all the alerts that you do have currently set up on your platform, all you have to do is come up here to Market Watch and then go to Alerts. From there, we can see all of the alerts we currently have working. So all those ones we set on American Airlines, the simple moving average and the RSI are displayed right here. And we've got the portfolio alert. So if our net lick ever crosses below 100,000, we'll also get an alert for that, and a couple more on American Airlines and one on Disney. Now, if you wanted to cancel one of these, all you'd have to do is right click on it and say cancel alert. From there, we can see it says canceled over here, and it will stay here for a couple of days in case you do want to replace it. I don't know the exact time frame it'll be on there, but usually it's a day or two. Now from here, you could also duplicate these alerts if you wanted to copy it, and instead of using American Airlines, you wanted to change it to Apple. All we'd have to do is right click on the symbol up here, go to replace alert, come up here where it says American Airlines and type in Apple, go ahead and find it in the list, and then hit create. And we can see that American Airlines has now been replaced with Apple up here at the top. Now, similarly, you could also create a duplicate alert if you wanted to have one on Apple and Netflix at the same time that are doing the exact same thing. So for example, you wanted American Airlines and let's say Netflix, like we were talking about before. We'll right click on it. We'll come down to create symbol alert. We're going to use all the same parameters, so oversold on the RSI, but this time we just want Netflix to be included. And we'll go ahead and find it in there and hit create. So now we have the RSI alert set up for both American Airlines and Netflix. Now this entire walkthrough, I've been showing you how to do this from the chart. Just so you know, you can just do this from anywhere in terms of creating the alert. From your watch list, you would just right click on the symbol, and in that drop down menu, you would just see create alert here. Now you can do the exact same thing from the trade page. Go ahead and right click on the last traded price, and we've got create alert right there in the list. So again, there's a lot of different places you could do this on the platform. Now this was a pretty quick video, just how to create alerts in the platform. I hope you learned something. If you did, please go ahead and like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And like always, if there's anything you guys want to learn about ThinkorSwim or investing in general, please leave it down in the comments and I would be happy to cover it. But otherwise, just be on the lookout for my next video and I will catch you guys on the next one.